The dog poops all the time. The rabbits pee all the time, but the duck poops all the time. And who wouldn't choose pee over poop?
Quote of the
Am
day.
I right?
Why all of a sudden now am I getting the
second time talking about poop today, by the way. I just keep bringing it up.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
So you're one of the few celebrities. I've traveled most of the world, most of my life doing these interviews, but you always plop down into a room, you sit down, you don't really get to see someone, what they're like during the still moments of the day. But I caught up with you one time at this owl habitat. Do you remember that?
At
there was
the
a
owl
dig.
habitat. Oh,
this
yes,
dig for this
of
owl
course,
habitat.
yeah.
And I got to see you interact with these kids, and I've got to say, you're one of the kindest, coolest people I've ever met.
Oh, you're so sweet. That's really nice. That was a really cool day.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was nuts.
Let's go save some owls today.
Let's get out of here.
All right, but you can't right now. In the meantime, let's talk about this. Congratulations.
All right.
Have you seen it?
Now I want to save some owls instead, though.
Well,
have I seen this?
There'll be time after this.
Okay. I have seen this. I've seen this movie.
Have you seen it with the real audience yet?
I saw it with a real audience in Venice, but it had subtitles, so a lot of the audience was Italian, so I don't know if I've heard the, full reaction.
What shocked me, people that go to a period piece movie that don't normally go to these types of movies usually settle in for, I don't want to say boring, but it's a very evenly paced movie.
Right. Evenly paced.
This is so awesome on a multitude of levels.
Oh, man. I'm glad you feel that way.
Did
it was
it read
really
that way?
Yeah, it was incredible to read. The script was just hilarious and tragic and so unique. And it just happened to take place in the early 18th century. But it definitely doesn't necessarily feel like the early 18th century with the dialogue.
I've got a friend who I almost have to shackle to take to go see any kind of period piece movie. And I'm on the phone last night and I said, you've got to go see this movie. I said, imagine like Mean Girls meets Orange is the New Black. That's what you're getting with this movie.
I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Is there a moment in the movie that, you're reading the script going, oh, that's going to be great, and ultimately it ended up shooting that way, and you just love the experience?
It felt the same. I mean, for most scenes, definitely. But part of the problem is sometimes when you're reading through a script, you see the stage directions as an actor, and you know what's happening, but you don't really think about having to do all of the stage directions. So there were a lot of moments for my character that were like, Abigail falls out of a carriage into mud, or like Abigail hits herself in the face with a book and gives herself a nosebleed, or Abigail gets whipped. And I was like, oh, great, okay. And then each day that something was actually physically happening, those were the moments where I was like, this is nuts. This is totally nuts.
Classically people say, don't work with kids, don't work with animals, but there are at least a dozen scenes in this movie where you've got 17 rabbits running around at any given moment. How is that?
Yorgos has a thing about working with animals. I mean, there's animals in all of his movies.
Yeah, right.
The rabbits were very sweet and great. The duck, more complicated. Personality-wise, the duck poops all the time. The rabbits pee all the time, but the duck poops all the time. And who wouldn't choose pee over poop?
Quote of the
Am
day.
I right?
Why all of a sudden now am I getting the...
second time talking about poop today, by the way. I just keep bringing it up.
And on that note, quote of the day. Good to see you again. Thanks for your time.
Good to see you.
Cheers. Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure and subscribe, turn on your notifications, and click here to get more videos like this.